CCNA stands for Cisco Certified Network Associate, and it is the first step to going into the Cisco field, right? Earlier
All
there,
right.
the CCN is divided into two sections, ICND 1 and ICND 2. Basically, the
Yep.
most of people earlier prefer the ICND 1 then go for the ICND 2, but now there's a equal examination, that is CCNA, and their exam code is 200 120. So currently we go for the CCNA only, not for ICND 1 and ICND 2 in two parts, right?
All right.
Cisco is a global company and they provide networking device like router, like switches, like Wi-Fi device, like firewalls. So 90% market is captured by the Cisco only. So that's why they also provide their courses and they provide their different path for the learning perspective, and they have a like CCNA, CCNP and CCI. As I told you that
All right.
earlier, there is a one more examination that is called CCENT, Cisco Certified
Okay.
Entry Level. So
Okay.
there is no use of CCNT now because everyone is asking for CCNA directly. So
All
we
right.
ask directly about the CCNA, NP and I. So first level is NA, second level is NP and the third level is I. Okay.
Okay.
And in three levels we can choose any stream: routing switching, designing, network security, service provider and operation, storage, voice and wireless. These are the different stream, or you
Okay.
can say the field, right? And
Yeah, I
routing
can
switching
see.
is the most recommended field for going for any CCNA certification, because until you don't know about how router works, how switches work, what you do with the security, what you do with the storage and all. So that's why the most preferable course is routing and switching, and everyone at starting point they always choose the routing and switching. Then further, as per the experience, they will choose in the NP level they can go for the CCI secure, CCNP security or service of provider or voice or wireless, right? But initially they always follow the routing and switching. So in routing switching we will learn about basic networks, IP addressing, networking devices, WAN technologies, how router works, how to perform the routing. They are the different routing protocol. As per the CCNA syllabus, we have three routing protocol: RIP, EIGRP, and OSPF. And then we go for the switching. In switching, we have multiple paths like VLAN, inter-VLAN routing, how to avoid the loop. There are many concerns. So basically, CCNA routing and switching designed for the everything, not everything, but basic for everything. Like some part of IP addressing, some part of networking, some part of router, some part of switching.
All
Okay.
right.
But in NP, there's a dedicated book of routing, dedicated book of switching, or dedicated book of troubleshooting. So there's three book in the NP. If you follow the routing switching path, then
Okay.
routing, switching, and troubleshooting. But in NA, only single book. In single book, we have considered all topics. Okay. Designing some sort,
Okay.
how you design your networks, what types of wire is requirement, what are the measure for the wiring, devices, each and everything regarding the design. Network security, if you want to go for a security perspective. Service provider called ISP, like Airtel. These are the service provider in India. I don't know about what service provider here you are. Which location you
We,
are actually?
Tanzania, we also have Airtel.
Okay, you all. That's
Yeah.
okay. So service provider have they have a different devices. They have a different protocol also. They have separately provide the codes for that. So if you want to
All
go
right.
for in deep for service providers, and then the second one is service provider operation.
All
Storage, if
right.
you want to go for the data center, like how data is stored in the Cisco devices, you follow the data center. And in data center,
Okay.
there the device is mostly used that is called Nexus devices, and they are
All
very
right.
costly devices. If you want to follow for the voice, how call is come, how call is land, how to switch it different, how it switch between different PCs, and how to manage the voice network. This is all about CCNA voice till CCI voice. Then wireless, if you discuss about the RF frequencies, antennas, the Wi-Fi devices, then there is a wireless field. Okay.
Okay.
What is the benefit? Benefit for personal use, or we can say the potential employer. You are required the CCNA. Everywhere if you go for the networking field, they will always ask for the CCNA. Are you CCNA certified? So they will always ask.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Alright.
Current exam code is 200-120. There is a global certification exam. Total mass is 1000. Duration is 120 minutes. Passing score is around 82.5%. Question 45 to 55. Multiple choice, simulation, and drag and drop. So this is the pattern for the CCNA global certification. Okay. So you have to book for the CCNA global certification exam, then you have to go for the site, then they will start the online session. In online session you have to answer according to scenario. So
Alright.
scenario on the basis of tick marks, multiple choice, simulation, and drag and drop.
Alright.
This is our CCNA training program content for the routing and switching, like internetworking. In internetworking, we will discuss the basic about network. What is network? What is the networking? What are types of network? What types of networking? What are the topologies? What are the networking device? And you have heard about the OSI model, how many layers, how it works, everything regarding the network basic. Then the second topic is Ethernet and data encapsulation. In this topic, you will able to learn that how the IEEE provide the different standard for the different technology, like for Ethernet technology, like for token rig, token bus, Wi-Fi technology, what are the standard they have given, and how data is encapsulation on different layers. The third one is TCP/IP. Our whole network work on the TCP/IP model only. So how we can work with the TCP model, what are the different protocols we use for that. Then finally the IP addressing. What are the IP classes, who have designed the IP classes, how to do the subnetting, then VLSM, then finally managing Cisco IES and Internet Wing. From Cisco IES and Internet Wing, you can start the practical, like how to work with the router CLI, how to use with the command line, how to take a backup, how to protect the router by using passwords, how to restore the router. Then we have to go for the IP routing, because router work is perform the routing.
Alright.
Right. So routing, we have two terms, static routing and dynamic routing. Static routing, we can manually decide the route, and in dynamic routing we can use the protocol which automatically update. So as per in the CCNA syllabus, we have three protocol: RIP, EIGRP, and OSPF. So we have to discuss three protocols. Then we go for the switching, then how layer 2 switching is work, what is the use of STP protocol, how we work with the VLANs, what are the use of VLANs, then how to use the access list with the router, how to perform the network as translation, some basic about the wireless technology, because IPv6 is the next generation IP, so that's why we need to consider this also as per the CCNA syllabus. Then finally the WAN technology. So what are the WAN technology, what are the difference between leased line and broadband, why we are not using ISDN line today, what are the frame relay, what are the ATM technology, we have to discuss inside that. Alright. So there the total topics we have to discuss in your CCNA training sessions. Okay.